Aloha, aloha world, aloha ohana. Jonah Martin Lyon checking in here on shoots. This today the 28th of September here in the Mystic Garden Temple live with Hope for Maui. Yeah, I wanted to really bring us into some current events. Just I've been since being back here on Maui after this journey to Black Rock and back. I would say Black Rock City because Black Rock is a whole different entity to talk about. And we're here, I was able to, through our Burning Man community and our community here on Maui, we've come into a contact connection with a brother Mo who said I need to talk with Sister Maya, uh, who's part of putting together a camp down in Kahului, which is our downtown area where the airport of Maui is. Um, and there's a Safeway and a Costco area, but we want to talk specifically about the Safeway and airport because this camp is kitty corner to that, and it's literally right on Hana Highway, full on FEMA camp. We're looking basically at was kind of you know low grade military bunker kind of camps, straight concentration style, and that's what is being deployed 5 days prior to tomorrow because it started on Monday, this initiative. And so 5 days to complete this infrastructure, this kind of camp for 200 people, which is a fraction of the amount of people who are potentially going to be released or let go of or asked to move on from the hotels and resorts they've been staying at are Lahaina residents, mainly speaking about here. So uh, tomorrow from 6 to 11, we're going to be making a strong push to get as much of this infrastructure complete as we can ready. Now, we're talking about these tents, these like monkey hut kind of Costco just above that grade kind of plastic tent with cots. So we have family Ohana literally going to move from staying in their homes to not knowing what to do to then staying, being put up in hotels and resorts like even the Ritz Carlton at this level, yeah, and now being released and putting into concentration camps right underneath our air traffic zone by the airport. Really windy, really dusty. There's no, I mean, it's dry. Uh, it's really sad. Uh, we're talking 45 days of response since what the 8th of August, and we're just now building this piece, these kind of pieces. This is what the millions and hundreds of millions and potentially even above maybe billions of dollars that are floating around in this uh, um, money funding arena for the response for what's happening here on Maui. And we're putting up camps like this with volunteers. That was the other piece of it for me. We were really working the folks that are there. This the Maya who I'm speaking to is a beautiful community organizer sister in our here on Maui. She brings a lot of the African Americans of Maui together so we can sync up and build a sense of community within the community in that way. And she's like leading the charge there with Auntie Nettie and Brother Jason and um, Sister Jeanette, and like all the, like I saw Ohana, right, and they're volunteering still because we've been volunteering since the 8th. We've been giving our time, our energy, our mana, our love, and that's what we'll continue to do that as much as we possibly can. But the fact that we're still volunteering and people, and like what that brings is people have to take care of themselves right now, right? How are we economically taking care of ourselves and our families and able to do that? And we're having to volunteer to keep our ohana that have lost their homes in some kind of semblance of having a shelter, a roof over their head, and cots, 10 cots per tent in these camps right now is what we're looking at on volunteer hands. Maui volunteer hands. We're not paying people right now. Is that what's happening? We're not going to go ahead and pay, but we're going to pay uh, people a couple $1,000s a week potentially to uh, work for FEMA and Red Cross. I'm just questioning what is going on right now. Like, is anybody else watching this go down? And has been watching this, and this is like right up smack in front of our faces at this point. We're here uh, experiencing the aftermath of the fires that have taken place. We're seeking for and being the hope for Maui. And this is what's I just witnessed today, and the fact that I spoke with 3 or 4 other people organizing housing initiatives with a much higher level technology, innovative, sustainable, regenerative models that we have ready to deploy right now on the ground, 2,000 homes ready to go. There's all this money out there, and we got tents. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, people start coming in, are going to be checking in to these tents with, like, here's your mess hall. Here's some, here's an area over here if you want to try to grow a garden. We'll plow a little field over here. You can try to grow a garden on this soil that needs so much love and care before any garden's going to be able to thrive underneath that. And you don't just plant a garden without thinking about the water. As this is another area right now that nobody is talking about when we're really looking at how to mitigate, how to bring harmony to our environment and to our ecosystem on Maui right now, to the land and to the people. Nobody's talking about water. We need to talk about this water, y'all. Right? How can we be so abundant in our water on this island, yet there's nothing but dry, like, dying places that we drive, that we move, transport, see from the moment we land on Maui, or fly from Maui, or move across Maui from one grid line to the next. And what is over in Lahaina, what took place in these fires in Lahaina, look at what happens in any of these other areas if we are inflicted of another fire. Response. We need to be prepared, so we need to build, y'all. We gotta build with the good stuff, y'all. We need to build with this housing our people everywhere infrastructure, our Hope for Maui infrastructure that is fully fire retardant, mold resistant, regenerative, sustainable, lightweight, easy to construct. Our teenagers, our youth can have a good time. We can have a good time all together, multi-generational, building an Olympic Ohana village right smack in the middle of the Central Valley that can then be a place for people to come visit and continue to help support us in this long marathon run that we're in for in regards to our rebuilding process. Right now, we're in a grieving process, we're in a planning process, and we also are in an immediate, urgent response to another wave of, like, I don't know what to even call this right now. Like, when, what do you call it when we're like gentrifying, like we're moving people out of the resorts and hotels that live here and moving them into FEMA camps so that we can open back up for tourism. And I'm an eco-cultural tour guide as a professional is what I was doing before these fires. And I'm questioning all of it right now. I don't have the answers to every problem that we're facing. Uh, but we do, and we do. When I say we, I say our community. We have so many beautiful solutions and so many beautiful, innovative technologies. And right now, we got to take care of our house. We got to take care of our water, food, water, shelter, basic necessities. We're in survival. We want to be in thrive. We have to basically ground. We need to get our root chakra right, and that's everybody's red zone. We're in that red zone right now. So I wore this shirt. Okay, we're in the red zone. And for all you football athlete, watchers, observers, those that like old football game, you know what it means to be in the red zone. It means that we're about to score. The level of intensity actually increases in the red zone. Defenses are able to play a little bit more freely because they're not trying to cover as much ground. So, you know, and to look at the protection in the defense right now, because defense wins championships, we got to go ahead and make some defensive moves and call in some really good defensive players. Uh, that's also part of this water protection. All right, we got to handle our water, bring our water um, distribution systems up to date. They're 100-plus-year-old, way back plantation era, and not serving our current ways of doing things in our lifestyle here on Maui. So our water distribution systems must be fully recorrected, redesigned, and turned on, activated, uh, redesigned, and expanded upon. Yeah, that's the next thing I want to say. We spoke about this before. We need reservoirs and aqueducts to hold the amount of water that we use all day long. We're not in a lack of water here on Maui, but if we need a place to put it all, so that that water can take care of the amount of ag and permaculture that's needed, so that we're food sustainable and people can play golf, right? Since we're talking sports, so that there's still grassy fields, the all the fun and the joy of being out in the greenery in areas that need water for that to happen. Uh, Resorts, all these fountains and pools and like amazing, epic things to interact with in these resorts, most of them are water features. So we need to manage our water, steward our water in a much more efficient way. And so I just want to like really bring that up in how this water is going to bring us together from also a standpoint of leadership, relationship, and connect us. I was listening to a story earlier by a brethren, and when we look at these dates, so we've been working on trying to protect our waters here on Maui for a long time, and specifically has been very present of late. We passed a charter amendment to establish community water authorities. We had a shift and movement of basically our west side, our Lahaina, Ohana over there, about to get their all putting their names into a petition for their water rights over, and that due date essentially your last day to get that paperwork in submitted, which all of so many are like, yes, they're on it, we're getting this in, we're getting our water right now, it's not going to be taken privatized or distributed to another part, we need our water, here it is, it's got to be in by when? August 7th. What happened on August 8th? Lahaina burned down right when they were going to get their water. Look it up. You can't make it up. What's going on here on Maui and in the world, you can't make it up, but it's what it is kind of in a way you can because it's like Star Wars, right? We've been watching these movies, now we're living it. Um, so tomorrow, just to let everybody know, Hope for Maui, I will live stream as much as can tomorrow because of the sensitivity of the situation and the respect I have for my kapuna and fellow colleagues in this, that I shared that I would not do any live stream media, any social media um, until Saturday in terms of this specific camp. So, other than sharing right now, just like words, but no pictures, and I'm just talking story. This is freedom of speech. Second Amendment. We're like, okay, we're dealing with so much right now of constitutional rights being manipulated uh, and essentially almost trying to be eradicated or eliminated uh, from our lives and our lifestyles, our ways of being. When we look into the Constitution, so many of the things that are happening in our world right now will go against all of that. And our Constitution was written by some of the wisest, most attuned people. And I'm not just talking about our the Constitution of the United States of America. All look at all of the constitutions that have been written. They carry a lot of uh, power because most of them are made in the standpoint and with the intention of the power being within the people. And if the people are looking around and seeing that the government that is supposed to be serving them, serving the people, is no longer doing such and is now putting people into harm's way or is completely negligent, the people have the power to go ahead and respond and overthrow that government or basically fire them. Like, you work for us, not the other way around. FEMA, you're hiring us? No, we hired you. You're a government organization. You work for the people, not the other way around. Do not try to give me an application so that I can come work for you. You already are working for us right now. But it's not a us and them aspect because it's not the person on this. It's the government aspect of it. So where are government dollars going right now when we have literally tent camps happening 45 days after the fire? I just came back from Burning Man. We built a city for 70 to 80,000 people and had a good time in the mud in way less time. We built this city. So this is a call out, a shout out, a full on tone going off, emergency, urgency. Uh, Now it's time to go, y'all, because this is ridiculous. We see it. It's just straight up in our face. This is what we're talking about. All right. Because I heard in the camp, as I was speaking with Maya, that their frustration in that camp is that people who have called and said they were going to call back or said this, they didn't hear from. And I'm going to keep it real. Part of that reason is because an organization like Burners Without Borders, as well as many other, Hope for Maui, other organizations, I'm gonna just speak for the organizations that I associate with. We don't want to get caught in the mud, in the bureaucracy of the government and the entanglement in the political BS that uh, not BS, just political corruption. Right? Keep it real. The political corruption that doesn't allow or keeps us from moving organically, systemically, dynamically, adaptable humans being what we need to be to take care of what we need to take care of. It's our money that is going, is the government comes from, is in service. So all of that money essentially belongs to us, and anything that is essentially federal or government owned, operated, any of it actually all belongs to us. So please distribute, move the energy into the right places, take care of the people, take care of the land, put the money where we need it into our water distribution systems. Building camps, there's no, I looked around building showers. I'm like, where's your water at? I didn't see any water water systems in there. It looked like they were going to do much of anything. We don't have no water systems in the camp yet. We're putting in showers, and then where we got porta potties. So again, calling us in right now, burners. I'm calling. We've been doing this for a good long while. We know how to do this. We know how to do it right. We know how to do it well. It's about going to be that time to call it in. You know, so I'm gonna put a call out, banana phone style. Keep your eyes and ears peeled uh, for when it's best to go ahead and to occupy Maui, to come here, to be here, so we can rebuild uh, with the right pieces. Right? We need a peace zone. We need a nonviolent initiative, a nonviolent movement, because we're literally transmuting right now and working through healing the military industrial complex within the spiritual and mental battle of in our minds. We must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can set us free. This camp could be a supply center because of its location. You know, I like to think about solutions in the solutions. It might have started off in a solution for this, but the reality is we can't put 200 people into a camp like that with no acculturation. Uh, Literally, like some of the, like, I mean, it's literally where a lot of our houseless community live. The ability to end up in a dark place. I mean, we're not taught. We're talking kids, and you know, it's families right now, and we're putting them in the camps. So let's make sure that if this is the what we have right now, like right now, that we get the money that we need. We need that angel investor, that big investor. I got a couple calls to make in regards to that. If hopefully one's it's getting out there right now, but we need a big move to get these homes here, to get our containers here and start putting these things together. All I will get the teams together. I'm going to be working on that each and every day, starting tomorrow. Well, today actually, team leads more so, and today uh, we'll keep on adding to the roster. Right now, we're going to need a roster. We're probably going to need about 300 Spartans. I'm probably gonna need 300 Spartan warriors, rainbow warriors, like to sync up to build. Uh, that'd be pretty impressive right there. It's the 300 synced up, efficient rainbow warriors rainbow village, a rainbow community, right? A rainbow bridge. Mm. It's my prayer for tonight. Updates. So please enjoy your night. Pay attention. Continue to look in. Continue to watch uh, the day-to-day Hope for Maui news. The north, the east, the west, the south. I'm gonna do my best to be a news anchor. I'm gonna get my hair done right. I know I'm a mess right now, but I just got back. I'm trying to ground in myself into this rocky experience, and as you can see, we're you know uh, we're all gonna be well taken care of. We're gonna take care of each other in all of this, and your contributions and donations to Hope number 4 Maui .org. Your donations to this nonprofit organization is of the utmost immediate importance right now to sustain our drive here, our uh, aloha on Maui. We'll hold it down together. All right. Have a good night. It's late. Let me get some sleep. I'll see y'all in the morning. Peace.